The Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice drop a report in response to allegations Felix Ofosu Kwakye Minister of Government Communications the two Janasa allegations obey the former Attorney General and Minister of Justice Godfrey Adame Good Morning Ghana program now these allegations were being made on the 10th of October 2025 for evidence sake ebuson for ebekwa kotie na ya hwen samwa Felix Kwakye Ofosu etudwa efa chairman Wontumi Akonta ho na afin so Godfrey Adame se omo nyina no na omonim hu bi na chese ebuson for de keka ho under the leadership of His Excellency the former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo se na omo nyina ya aware the aircos no me ya aware ebuson for nsem o de tudwa no sabre the Office of the Attorney General chese san nsem ni nyina no ye nokre sansem a odia ba efa Godfrey Adame ho ebusanfo sansem ni nyina no enya de se nokre. All the allegations that were being made has been debunked and exposed as untrue allegations. Ebusanfo the Office of the Attorney General chere se nsem odi betu dwa chere se Ghana fo enso agidi ye no sansem no nokre bia enim nokre bia eni sansem nim enti sa brede the former Attorney General for ni huson allegations so editia ne de keka ho nkomra nyina no se sansem ni nyina no for se enye nokre na nokre wum no ene de the former Attorney General or the tudwa ebra ohia lawyer Paul Adomochere ono na the host the ma Good Morning Ghana program no because after these allegations were being made they said Paul Adomochere or confirm it free the former Attorney General Godfrey Adame ho says sansem no no kra na ma busanfo all the tudwa chere say sansem ni nyina no enya de say no kra but then still Kwakye Felix Ofosu Kwakye chere say sansem ni nyina no no kra sabre no vindication na ediaba the ama Godfrey Adame na afin so chairman Wontumi Akonta na busanfo hunchire mu ye de bram but then for evidence sake say dem di kan ne yenkoti insemu a Felix Kwakye Ofosu di tudwa on the 10th of October enam so the Office of the Attorney General this our response we timi ediaba and another stories and so on na betimi ediato so.
They engage in illegal mining. The CID investigates. And then you come on national television and say that the person who has been fingered in that CID report is innocent and do nothing. We came into power.
The CID report that we are looking for.
Absolutely. The Attorney General has based charges.
The current Attorney General.
Absolutely.
But you said Akufo-Addo ignored the CID report. But when was it presented to him?
But why? No, the report doesn't have to be presented to the CID.
No, to the president.
It goes to the Attorney General.
But the Attorney General, no. Adame says he hasn't seen it.
Of course, but he would deny it, wouldn't he?
Oh, so you think he's denying it?
But why? Why would he deny it? Otherwise, what other explanation exists?
So you are sure that Adame received the CID report?
I'm saying that what other... First of all, when the government of the day commissioned investigations, did Akufo-Addo not tell us that matter was being investigated? He told us. And then he came back to say that the investigations have found that he did nothing wrong. Is that not so? But I'm telling you that the CID had a report that the government was aware of, that they failed to act
and the former Attorney General was aware of it.
He knew it.
He says he's not aware of it.
If he didn't know it, then he didn't deserve to be in his position. Because why? How did this Attorney General know about the existence of a report?
Can you share that report? Is it possible?
It is not a problem. The point is that the
and
Attorney
the
General...
date on which it was done.
Paul, the Attorney General of the day cannot claim that he didn't know that a report like that existed. So, in fact, what they're actually saying is then that they didn't even investigate the claims against Akonta, which is even worse.
No, maybe you should call the Attorney General and ask him that the government minister says you were aware of a report. He says I'm not aware of a report.
What you are saying has grave implications for the competence of
the Attorney General.
And even
but he's telling me directly.
No, so what you are saying is that as Attorney General, as President, there were such grave allegations of environmental terrorism against a party chairman whom you had given a lease to operate in a forest reserve and you didn't investigate it.
No, you are saying two things. You see,
I'm not saying
you are a government minister.
I'm telling you
that there is a CID report.
I'm telling you for a fact that there is a CID report
which was given to the former Attorney General
2022
and handed over to the Akufo-Addo administration.
Given to government, which they didn't act on.
Yeah, but no, please let's be clear on that. So given to Attorney General, government, Jubilee House,
yes,
who got the report and did not act on it.
I'm saying that the government of the day, the Attorney General, cannot claim that he doesn't know about it.
He's claiming precisely so.
The implication of what you are saying is that he was not fit for his office. And that indeed,
but you have to provide evidence that he got it.
By inaction, he was complicit in Galamsey. By inaction.
Oh, but that's unfair. That's really unfair.
I'm saying
that's really unfair.
No. Listen to my words carefully.
That says he hasn't received any CID report.
Listen to my words carefully. I'm saying by inaction. I'm not saying that he's involved.
Why is the inaction?
The inaction is that there's an allegation. What he's saying means that he was not concerned. Okay? He was not concerned that a known figure in Ghanaian society, you even forget about the fact that he was NPP, a known figure in Ghanaian society, who had received a mining lease on the say-so of the president, had gone into the forest area, which is a protected zone, and carried out unlawful mining activity, which was deleterious to the environment. And he couldn't be bothered.
How couldn't he be bothered?
By what he said,
he couldn't be bothered?
If he was bothered, first of all, he has the power as Attorney General. Why? Dr. Inu, we woke
up. Are you talking about a dereliction of duty or a report that came to him?
It is. He is claiming the violation of duty. But I'm
saying he didn't receive reports.
But by saying so, he is claiming the violation of it was his duty to look into that matter. The same way Dr. Ini, when reports emerged that 2 NDC executives were involved in Galamsey, we woke up one morning, we heard him clearly direct Yoko to look into. As I speak to you, Yoko is looking into the matter.
But that's what the civil society was asking President Mahama. That wasn't mentioned.
Paul, if you let me land.
I thought you had landed.
If you let me land, I'm not landing. Moro, the point I'm making is that there's a CID report that the government was aware of. They didn't act, they concealed it. And there's
but you don't have evidence of that. I'm sorry, Minister, you really can't say that.
No.
You have to provide evidence to the press.
Paul, what you are canvassing is even worse than what I'm saying. What you are saying, that President Akufo-Addo.
No, you are making a valid statement that something happened.
I am.
And you are not able to defend it that it happened.
When the police CID work, they work up to the Attorney General.
Yes,
in fact, until recently, I didn't know that when it comes to investigations, it is actually the Attorney General who has jurisdiction over CID, not the Interior Minister. Godfrey Dami cannot claim that he was not aware of it. What he is saying,
he's claiming so that he's not aware of it.
Then I'm
asking Metro TV to perhaps contact the Attorney General and tell him that the government minister says he is aware of the report.
That is why I'm saying that by implication, through inaction, that he was complicit in Galamsey. I'm not saying that he was involved in Galamsey.
This is shifting the goalposts. I'm
not, but I'm telling you that it also speaks to the lack of seriousness on the part of your government. The same party.
But that's shifting the goalposts.
I'm not shifting the goalposts.
You said there's a report they ignored. If they said they didn't see it, then they were complicit.
The charges.
Why are you picking and choosing?
Listen. I'm not beginning to this.
It's clearly shifting the goalposts.
It is that you are intentionally refusing to let me make my point.
Please make your point.
Because you know that I'm making the point.
Please make the point.
There are 2 things. You are president. A controversy ensues. Indeed, this is a controversy that the president publicly spoke to. He told us that the matter was being looked into. Who was looking into the matter? It's police CID.
Your point is, so Felix, your point is that
it's not only police CID who is looking into the matter. When the president says a matter is being looked at, it could be Yoko. It could be police CID.
Who looked into the matter?
It could be the committee from the Attorney General's
Who looked into the matter?
I don't know. You say that there's the CID report.
So you're saying that it is not possible for the CID to have looked into this matter without the Attorney General's department.
How is that possible?
Not knowing anything about it.
No, when the president says...
That's what he's trying to say. The Attorney General says that nothing of the sort came to his desk.
So
he must show it.
How do you explain it?
Explain what?
Especially when... Moro, if you let me land, I'm right on the floor.
How do you know CID was working on something?
Moro.
I'm not saying
I'm the one on the floor.
No, how do you know that CID was working on it?
Based on what Yoko. Based on what he said.
It could have been Yoko. It could have been CID. There are many investigative authorities.
No, he mentioned CID.
He's not providing the evidence for that. He's not able to.
I'm taking it based on what he said.
But what he said, he's not able to provide evidence. When you ask him to shift the goalpost to dereliction of duty, he talks about a report that is available. That changes there's no report. They say, okay, if you don't have a report, there's dereliction of duty.
The reason why,
and that you're complicit in Galamsey.
True inaction. You see, again, if you let me land, just hold your horses and let me land. 2 issues have emerged. When the Akonta mining incident occurred, Moro, Paul, you know for a fact that President Akufo-Addo publicly spoke to it. He was the one who told us that the matter is being looked into, right?
Yes.
You are saying that you don't know which specific agency. So
he didn't say. The president didn't say.
So who was looking into it then?
It could have been Yoko.
I'm telling you that you can now tell us.
Yes, So you are now confirming.
No. Listen.
That is the CID.
It is the CID that looked into it.
Fair enough. And you said the report went to the Attorney General. The Attorney General says there's no such report.
Number 2, when the CID finished, that report exists. The government didn't act. And it is not the first time Professor Fimpo Boaten's report Don't you know that it was concealed for several years after he had presented him to President Akufo-Addo?
Who said that?
Prophet himself said it.
He himself said it.
He himself said it. Indeed.
Okay. So you believe Frimpong Boateng?
Oh, but why
Charles
do you
Bisu, the secretary, says Frimpong Boateng's statement is not correct. Charles Bisu, this week, he's the secretary to the committee. He says Frimpong Boateng's report is not correct.
Why should we take the secretary's word and leave the word of the chairperson, the person that the president himself
Charles says he did the report?
But Moro, why are you interrupting?
This Moro.
Professor Boateng, he was the environment minister. President Akufo-Addo charged him directly to oversee the fight against Galamsey. The man compiles a report, presents it to the president, in which he names names. This report was concealed from you and I. It was not government that put it out. It was the media that leaked that report.
What's the consequence? The
consequence is that you have a history of concealing reports that indict your people. And I'm telling you that the CID, as far back as 2022, had this report. When the president said it was being looked into, it was the CID that was looking into it.
Okay, let's see what happens with the Joseph Yami report.
It doesn't matter.
And then we can. It matters.
No,
because it's the same vein.
The
civil society were concerned at your press meeting, at your meeting with civil society,
it is not a problem.
Was concerned.
He
called it the elephant in the room. He said, "You, Felix, and the president have ignored the elephant in the room, which is Yami." That's what he said.
The elephant in the room was Akufo-Addo and the NPP.
Akufo and NPP are out of power.
But if you let me land, Paul, when you were speaking, I kept quiet for you. I disagree with your points.
Fair enough.
The elephant in the room
is Yamin.
Was that Akufo-Addo and his party, the NPP, found Galamsey as a source of funding. So they were complicit and were not prepared to fight it. It is the reason why they were concealing every important report from the people of Ghana.
I think that's an interesting point.
It's an interesting point. Number two.
I thought I was going to say something.
Unlike you, President Mahama, nobody came to compel him to commission an investigation into Yamin and Abanga. You woke up one day and the Attorney General had instructed Yoko that based on the reports that he had received about the alleged involvement of these gentlemen in Galamsey, it should be looked into. In fact, he disclosed only last week that not only is Yoko acting on the reports that had initially been received, and that once they started, several other stakeholders had slapped in what they say is further evidence of the involvement of these gentlemen in Galamsey. And so the investigation has actually been brought in. When it is completed, he will present the report to President Mahama. And I can assure you that if such a report ever gets to President Mahama, it will not be concealed in the manner that President Akufo-Addo did.
Not the case. Because any commodity. Oh, a Bank of Ghana near some, and that is the truth of the matter. The fund say a gold board, no, and just say losses to be about Yanka say a gold board, all because it is about gold. No, you're wrong. A Samudi Sami Jamfia Achi Nano Sembia be Okan Yedia, and the Mobaka Sembia Gufua, a better magicun. A better magicun, because Bank of Ghana. Aye, at the papa, a governor of the Bank of Ghana. I'm a communication department. At the statement we are by NPP, we should be happy and celebrating this. And not just say economy yeah can once a minu. Madikanaka, the start of the program say John Mahama and at force or munya salad away. Any advance here, a funny mechanic, Misana read paragraph 3, Bank of Ghana release 25th December 2025. Press immediate release. Ghana's macroeconomic progress praised by IMF. Gold loss claim speculative. Paragraph 3. Although the IMF reviewed flag financial risks associated with the domestic gold purchase program, it is important to place this concern within the broader context of the program's significant macroeconomic contribution. The domestic gold purchase program is a policy tool. That is a policy. I'm saying a policy in NPP they buy. It's a policy tool that has helped shore up Ghana's international reserves, supported currency stability. He also supported currency stability and enable access to large volumes of foreign exchange. Enable access to large volume of foreign exchange because maybe not this say yes sansiri no and san ya Kwakye na madruba bie no na yesiri na ye mmere no but nay program na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de bayen eduru wa ye will go to support foreign exchange nti ama yesiri no aye akono anya hoden eno na ndisi asema. If an agency of the government a crazy policy NPP diaba, we should be celebrating and make sure say Ghana niya or seba be able to say and nipa ye friend of Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia or adwene na say NPP stand by power. If NDC see your policy way and ama or more economy na ye dia and na yen stand my power ni di ani branko good sami jamfi so onkwa abato wo mreko a ye di ano se sami jamfi di na no na wi MPP 2024 ye ntimi mfa ya no enwi sansem wentia omo a wo mo boy abaso yi me ma hu say enye gold board na de na all the documents and communication and what I've read in it say losses na ye free Bank of Ghana na nye sami jamfi dabi enye losses na de gold reserves a commodity a direct commodity a say Bank of Ghana say entino say Bank of Ghana ko turn gold raboka a Bank of Ghana na turn gold raboka enye sami jamfi enye sami jamfi and the no me I won't buy because Bank of Ghana crab boa MPP with this I said banan kranika ye release akotu communicate atira manfo enti andisifo na wo mo sora no pa ana mahama baye ne ye nyanhemfo bi na mahama baye hwede siri na ye hwede ye dollar na ye wayade Bank of Ghana 25th December 2025 Ose mahama nim ho hwe eye Bawumia eye nanado ani suade hunu eye Bawumia ni suade hunu eye MPP policy enti himfuna mo say na dollar ye and economy na ye no the governor of the Bank of Ghana abekase munya kasa na ye MPP policy the domestic gold purchase program and per this release the Bank of Ghana is saying say Sankanya domestic gold purchase program ya inka Ghana economy no akrashe